Melanie. Hi and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another conscious conversation with me, Miss Apani. So I'm still continuing on my journey to personal mastery, and in this category, I'd like us to talk about these emotional purchases, or what I call, emotional purchases or emotional transaction, which is the financial sector or the financial department. So, what is your belief about money? What is your relationship with money? So when you're a child growing up, what did you see? What did you understand about money? So, for example, for me, I like to differentiate it in two ways. There was a relationship about money, seeing both my parents in terms of how they were managing money, which because, like, for example, they, like, you wouldn't know where the money came from. My father would say, take out money from your mother's drawer, or my mother would say, take out money from your father's drawer. So, and I began to understand why I've got like such a strong belief about when I'm married, there's only one account in Lini, there's only one money at home, and we use that money and distribute accordingly. So that's one of the things I'm learning, why I have such a strong belief in terms of there's only one money at home. So it's not my money, it's not his money, it's the family's money. I again, on the other side, is my relationship personally alone with money, is that with my parents, I felt like they did not distribute money evenly amongst us as siblings. So, which sometimes I find myself stealing money from my mom's purse, like the 1 rand that's and stuff. And also because if, for example, I ask for money and I don't get it, but my younger sister asks for money and they give it to her, obviously the child in me, I'm gonna get very disappointed. But I think it's one of the things that taught me some independence, and in terms of making my own money. Because of that disappointment, I started selling when I was around in primary, and I started selling like lip gloss just to make my own money, and I don't have to ask my parents for money. And also, the lady opposite my house, I used to go to her like after school, and even during the time we were in daycare, would stay with her. And because she was selling, anyone who comes into the house, we would be one of the, together with her children, we would be selling for whoever, would be, giving services to whoever who needs, either cakes and chips and other things. And that's where my selling, I think my passion for selling and the love for selling came from. And another lady she's a grandmother, because she passed away, of a grandmother to one of my friends. She used to give me this big plastic with hair bands and stuff. So what I would do is sell that at school, and also we'd have like market days, and we'd be selling and stuff. And that's where I think my love and for selling came from. I remember when I was doing my sales learnership after graduating, I think one of the greatest things I had done for myself was immediately when my salary came out, 15% of that amount of money, where it would go to my just investment account, and 10% would be the tithe. So I think one of the things I wish I would have done, or learned, is that from that 15%, 7.5, let it be for the trust investment, and the 7.5 must be for a 5-year plan, like 5-year investment account. Because right now, then I would be using that for school, because like now I'm like, no, I want to do a particular course, and now I'm like, where am I gonna get the money? So, and I think one of the things that helped a lot with, immediately after that, after getting paid and that 15% goes to the just investment account, was I stayed about 7 months not working after my contract, after my learnership. And obviously because I was saving, then I used that money. And also because obviously I was traveling a lot around Joburg, then one of the things that helped a lot was when anything happened to the car, I had money to use, so I'd like to consider myself a good saver. But saying that I'd like to consider myself as a good saver, one of the things I'm learning about self-worth and self-value, and you loving yourself and not wanting to want other people or other things to sort of fill that void, is that you might be a good saver, but if you do not value yourself, if you do not find yourself, if you don't see yourself as valuable and worthy or important and loved, you may use money, because that's what you have, as a means of doing other things, whether it's for your partner, it could be for your friends, it could be for your colleagues, it could be for your family members, just to fill that void. Because I know if I'm going to do certain things for other people, then I'm going to feel valuable. If I'm going to do certain things for others, I'm going to feel worthy. If I'm going to feel important if I do things for others. But not understanding, you are actually sabotaging yourself. So these are other emotional purchases. These are emotional transactions. It's like you are buying people's love, buying people's importance, buying people's value, so that you can feel I'm valuable. One of the things I think that are limiting us, or limiting me, is sometimes if you've got a mental understanding that people who are wealthy because of corruption, then you are limiting yourself from creating wealth. Why? Because you believe it comes from corruption. And if that like ethically, if that's not who you are, then how are you going to create wealth by thinking that, by having a perception that how wealthy people get their wealth from corruption? Other things are things like, sometimes it's looking back from where we come from as a country, being during the apartheid era, meaning that if you didn't think that you can become a better person or achieve certain things in life and become wealthy, it could be, those are the limiting beliefs or things that you created in your life, that only for example white people or Indian people deserve to have the wealth and the success. It could be a limiting belief. Another thing that I think we do as human beings in terms of sabotaging ourselves is with emotional purchases, is not accepting the level that we're at, not accepting when life happens, even if you can be like a good saver, but life happens. And sometimes all we need to do is accept that we are in that financial setback, and understanding that it's only temporary, whether it's for that 3 months, 9 months, 1 year, 2 years. If you just can accept that level to saying it's just temporary, that financial setback is only temporary, for you to downgrade to a lower rental place, for you to not go out, for you to not go to trips with friends, and just communicating with your friends to say, what, this year I'm not going to do this because I'm trying to save and I'm trying to fix my financial crisis, if you have a financial crisis. So I think the power is in accepting and acknowledging and disciplining yourself to saying, what, I'm not going to buy clothes. You're not going to die from not buying clothes for a year or downgrading to a lower shop or something, and I think that's one of the things I'm learning, that life happens. It doesn't matter whether you're a good saver or not, but life happens, and you're gonna learn lessons in that process, and that challenges and those tests. It's only temporary. So I think that's just what I wanted to share about these emotional transactions and that other things, we're doing it because we are trying to build value from using that money that we're supposed to be saving, just because we're trying to fill that void. Sometimes it's just that we do not acknowledge the level that we're at, or just understanding that sometimes you just need to take one step back so you can move 5 steps forward. And I think one of the greatest things I had done, I was postponing for a long time after I gave birth to my child, was seeking financial assistance to a financial advisor or financial planner. And because they'll be able to assist in terms of, based on your salary, let's try open this 5-year investment plan, or let's help you with a life policy, let's help you with certain things. And sometimes, after, even though you do not have a defined goal, or definite goal, but you know what, it's going to help. And then, for me, for example, after doing my personal development plan and also creating a vision board, then I learned to say, okay, there's this other things I still need to learn. Okay, now we need to try save a certain amount of money. And when you have, for example, an extra 1,000 rand, you can go back to your financial advisor to say, I've got 1,000 rand, what can I do with it? How can I grow on certain things? And I think also equipping yourself, reading, learning other things when it comes to finances too. So how do you grow your finances where you are? So yeah, that's what I just wanted to share. So let me know, like for example, your lessons. Let me just do this. So do let me know on the comment section, what is your belief, or what is your relationship with money, or growing up, what did you see or feel and understand or have that perception about money? Secondly, let me know what are, like, so far in the level that you're at, what have you learned about money, about savings, and what other advices would you give other people to saying, this is what I've done and it has helped a lot? And yeah, so please like my channel, please like, subscribe to my channel, comment, and yeah, so thank you so much for watching my videos, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.